Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you had a good weekend and all that. Thanks for tuning in for another Monday grind. Now, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that the Monday grind is filling up fast, and we had 50 odd videos in the queue at that point, which was getting pretty ridiculous at that stage. And I said, if it keeps flowing in like this, we're going to have to put on more shows purely because we're not going to get through all the videos. Well, look at this. We're now up to 62 videos, and it's kind of getting a bit out of hand now. So I am going to start doing some more Monday grind shows. The only thing is we've already got two exclusive submissions and reviews to do this week as well, which I'll do on Wednesday and Friday. So maybe on Thursday, I'm thinking I'll do another Monday grind or a Thursday grind and push some more bands out because, man, we've just got so many bands in the queue. And a lot of the tracks as well aren't just 1 minute blasters that we could get through 10 and 10 and 10. Like today, we've got some 3 minute tracks. And, you know, I can't put on 10 bands at 3 minutes. It's just too long. So we got 5 bands today. So, you know, we're not even flying through the queue at a rate of knots either. So I think I'm going to probably do another one on Thursday, all being well. Now, I've pulled out 5 bands today. A number of them are new to the channel because we've just got a bunch of new stuff in the channel to get through. And I want to put those on more so than bands we've already checked out a bunch of times. But I tell you now, today's show is going to be an amazing one. And we've had some amazing ones just lately as well. I would say the last 3 or 4 shows have been just some of the best ones we've put on this channel. And I know some of you agree because you've put it in the comments, but this is going to be another one of them. 5 absolutely insane, amazing bands. Here we go. Humiliation, who I think are new to the channel. This came out a month ago. It's called Forgotten. Here we go.
We
Jesus Christ. That's how you kick off a Monday grind, but man, that is one of the nicest tracks I've heard in such a long time. So much energy, so much transition, everyone in the band going off, particularly the drummer. I love that we got to see every member of the band and all the cool bits filmed in the video. Man, that was so frigging dope. I told you we were on a good one today. That set the standard. We've seen these guys once before, and we're going to see them more again. Antichrist Siege Machine with Vanquishing Spirit. Great drums. Man, these guys are so proper, and for a two-piece band as well, that is some next level shit. It sounds so full. It sounds like a massive band. The effects on the drums and the way the cymbals rattle out with it, like they've got like a kind of grit and a distortion to them. It sounds amazing. The guitar totally fills out the thickness of the sound as well. Love that the drummers, the vocalist as well. Though in the other video, the guitarist got on the vocals as well, which was nice. Man, those guys are so sick. They look so hard in the video as well. Jesus. This is Frail Body. Their track is called Refrain. crazy. Jesus, man. Music today is so friggin' amazing. If I'd heard a band like this when I was like 18, 19, 20, this kind of music would have changed my life. I would have got so deep into that because there's so many cool edges coming together, blasting and extreme edges, but also breaking it down into post-hardcore and an emotional edge as well in there. The sickest drumming, that bass tone in there. Everyone in the band is recorded so well nowadays. That snare just popped through the mix in just the greatest way. It's all balanced out so amazing. The vocals just sound incredible. Man, the music has never been better. I love the old stuff. I still listen to it and give it a spin. But the bands that we're checking out lately, and particularly this year and last year, I'd say, but this year, man, and even this last month, are some of the best music I've ever heard in my life. This is 10 out of 10 incredible music. These are on Death Wish, but the other bands, they're not getting major views. And this is some of the best music I've ever heard in my life, and I've listened to a lot of music. This is Bliss with Agonia. Again with that massive bass tone. Jesus. I told you today was going to be a good one. I'm even surprising myself how good this stuff is. This is some of the most incredible music. So many cool edges coming together in these modern bands, not just sticking to their one lane. They're not just a hardcore band or a death band or whatever band, a grind band. They're all of those things and incorporating all those edges together. There was so many cool things in that one. Blackened edges coming in there as well, sludgy and dirty, especially as well bringing in those big ass bass tones. So they're just as prominent as the guitars and creating even more depth, but force as well. Like, it used to be all about the guitars that created the chunk and the force and the power, but the bass is just as much in there nowadays, and the mixers can mix it so you can hear the bass and it's got its own tone. It doesn't just clash with the guitars or fit in with the root note. The drums sound amazing, and the bands are just working every single part of those instruments. You know, it's not just like back in the day you had a cool riff and the dude would just shout over it and you might get the odd cool drum fill. Everyone's going off in the band the whole time. The drummers nowadays are the most next level drummers. You know, it's not like there's one or two really sick drummers knocking about nowadays. Every single week, like every band, I mean, just look at the first band that we checked out, Humiliation, but every single band has just got killer drummers who aren't just keeping the beat, they're just fills on the toms, working the cymbals, doing all this, changing the beats halfway through the bars and all the rest of it, just mixing it up all the time. It just makes the music so interesting. And again as well, not just the same old riffs coming round again, chugging riffs, open string, which we had for about 10 years, just open string chugging. You know, there's actual riffage in there and twiddly whittling and high level musicianship on the guitar. So everyone in the band's really killing it nowadays. Let's say music's never sounded better. Let's finish off with this last band, Consvmer, with Agony featuring Dust. Here we go. And sick videos to go with it as well, where we see the band and all the rest of it. I'm loving that.
Listen to the soft wind.
That's the sound. How do you make that sound? They got me. This is one of those tracks, modern tracks, with a sound. I've been mixing now for probably 7 years going on. And I can do it, I can put my hand to it and whatever. But this is one of those tracks that as a mixer that I've got no idea how the hell you make a track sound like that. How you make the low end so fat but still tamed and not just overtake everything so that you can still hear the drums and the vocals and other things going on in the music, and it's not just all kind of 100 hertz fat end. I don't know how these guys do it. I'd love these guys to make a video on how that's done, because it's an incredible sound. It's so fat and thick. It's a new sound to the ears, so your ears pick up on it and go, whoa, I haven't heard that before, and it sounds incredible. It's the lowest tuned guitars and bass, but somehow it must be within the EQ or something like that where they capture the fizz, capture the high end and the crunch of it still. So it cuts through the mix, but it's still got that massive low end. And it's normally when you've got such a massive low end that there's no space for any high end, but there's still high end in the music. It's incredible. I've got no idea how they do it. I want to learn how to do it. So please, if you're into this kind of stuff and you can make this kind of sound, just make a video on how you do it so I can learn. I want to know. I told you at the start of the video we're going to have 5 ridiculous, stupid, amazing bands today, and I've even outdone what I thought they were going to be, that times 10. 5 of the most sickest bands going around at the moment, and I'm pretty sure all these are new tracks. These have all come out in the last month. I know that one's 11 months old, but yeah, in the last few months these tracks have come out. So they're new bands with new tracks, with new videos. It's not like we've had to dig back to the past to find some really nice stuff. This is some of the best music I've ever heard in my life, some of the best grind I've ever heard in my life. Not just straight up 1 minute blasting kind of knuckle dragging cavemen stuff, which is great, and I still love all of that, and I want to hear that as much as anything else, but stuff that's gone way further than that, incorporating bunch of other different styles, weaving in and out of those styles. So it's not just a mishmash of styles, it's a bit of this and then they move into a bit of that and then there's a bit of this again, so it's kind of eclectic and there's different things going on throughout the track. So the start of the track doesn't just sound like the end of the track. It's not just verses and choruses going round in a loop. Man, the music is so amazing, and because of the recording and the mixing and the way these guys have managed to sound like they do nowadays is just, it's a treat for the ears. If you've been listening to metal for ages and ages, you've gone through all the tapey sounds and the muffly sounds, and for all those years you've wanted the drums to be more punchy, the guitars to hit harder, to be able to hear that bass crunching through the mix, and for it to still all be balanced and nice and loud. And it's only really in the last kind of 10 years that that's starting to happen, but in the last 5 years there's even been another step up from that, to where you hear every member of the band with a clarity. It's loud as hell, it's punchy as hell, it slaps you around the ears, it's got a force and a power. You hear sounds that you've never heard before, and it just, man, it's a great time to be into metal and extreme metal. These are all extreme bands as well. We're not listening to chuggy metalcore or kind of, with a bit of singing here and there and stuff like that. These are raging bands, no cleans, blast beats and all the rest of it, extreme metal, and some of the top quality stuff, man. People who don't know about this stuff are missing out, so let them know about it. If you know anyone who might like this stuff, let them know about it and all the rest of it. That's it from me today. I'm going to be back on Wednesday with an exclusive submission. I'm probably going to be back on Thursday with some more grind. So if you haven't subscribed, like a third of you haven't, hit the subscribe button so you make sure you got that one again. And then we'll be back on Friday again with another review. So you're going to see me all week. So there you go. Have a good one, guys. Cheers. Bye.